And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So I hope you guys are all well. There's a lot to go through in today's video. We've got some news with regards to a potential striker signing, as it looks like it could be pretty imminent in the next few days or maybe weeks. So we'll get into that shortly in this video. But I want to start today by going over a very talented player that's basically come out and said he's a massive Celtic fan. Now, it doesn't really affect his future where he's going due to the transfer fee attached to his name. He was never going to ever come to Celtic because we would never be able to afford or never would buy this player for that price. And that is former Leeds United youngster Archie Gray, who recently just transitioned to Tottenham Hotspur under former manager Ange Postecoglou. So he signed in the last few days, I believe, for £35 million at some point. This week. He's like 17, 18 years old. This guy's very talented. I've been watched a few of his performances for Leeds. He looks like a very good player for them. And he's now made the move to Tottenham Hotspur. So the highly rated midfielder revealed that his decision to join Spurs was heavily influenced by his admiration for Ange Postecoglou. As a lifelong Celtic supporter, Gray was an avid follower of Postecoglou's successful tenure at Celtic Park. Gray shared his excitement saying, "I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a massive Celtic fan. I love him. My whole family is, to be fair. My whole family loves him. I haven't said this to be fair. He's also a massive factor to me joining." So, of course, during his 2 years at Celtic, Postecoglou transformed the team into a dominant force in Scottish football after the horrible pandemic season. When he arrived in the summer of 2021, he quickly made his mark by instilling an attacking style of play and a resilient mindset. And under his guidance, Celtic clinched the Scottish Premiership title twice, along with back-to-back Scottish League Cup victories and a Scottish Cup win that sealed a treble. So with Gray's arrival, Postecoglou hopes to inject youthful experience into the Spurs midfield. Gray's versatility and promise could complement the existing squad, potentially making him a pivotal player. The fact that they both have a soft spot for Celtic will certainly bode well for their relationship. So this is quite interesting. I never really thought Archie Gray would be a Celtic fan. Could this potentially open a door for him maybe moving to Celtic in the future? Who knows? See how his career goes at Spurs first. Still so young. He's like 18. I think he's just turned 18 as well. So £35 million for him is a massive, massive fee. But it's really cool to see that he is a massive Celtic fan. And it doesn't really affect us anymore. But Ange Postecoglou's pool obviously was quite big for him, which is quite cool to see. Maybe a couple of years' time, he could be a Celtic player. He might have a little ambition to play for Celtic in the future. And if his career goes from strength to strength, we'll definitely take him at Celtic Park for sure. He could be a very good addition to us in the future. But I thought it was quite a cool, interesting story there to see that a player like Archie Gray is a massive Celtic fan. So let's discuss some actual Celtic news now. So this summer so far, we've been linked to a lot of players, but actual business being done is relatively quiet. There's not a lot happening. Unfortunately, it's very frustrating. We spoke a lot recently about the goalkeeper situation. That's obviously the main priority. I think a lot of Celtic fans would agree with that, regardless of how much we need a new striker and maybe a new centre-half. I think goalkeeper is definitely hands-on the main priority position. But the news I have for you today is with regards to a striker and not a goalkeeper. Of course, we spoke a lot recently about Dubravka. Will he come to Celtic? Will he not? It looks like that he could be leaving Newcastle at some point, given the fact they've just signed 2 goalkeepers. So it looks like he will make an exit from that club. But will he go to Celtic? We'll have to wait and see with regards to that. So we have been linked to a lot of players across various positions this summer. Of course, the goalkeeper situation, and also yesterday we were linked to a centre-half called Dara O'Shea as he emerged as a potential acquisition last night. Midfielder is also an area manager Brendan Rodgers wants to beef up. But up the top, the gaffer is also looking for a signing or two, so with a striker or a wide player. So currently it remains to be seen whether Adam Idah will be signed permanently, but at the end of last week the Hoops were said to be scouting young Costa Rican forward Andy Rojas. The 18-year-old is a huge talent, and resultantly the boys aren't the only side interested in his services. Indeed, according to the club's vice president Aquil Ali, Haradiona has already received an offer for him. So that's the team that he plays for, Haradiona. He said, "At the moment, the only proposal we have received is an offer from Portugal that we are reviewing. We are also obviously waiting for Andy to return after the Copa America has finished. He's playing for Costa Rica in the Copa America. Very high achievement at such a young age. Of course, not the strongest national side, but definitely a big achievement nonetheless. There is interest, and we are waiting. Many clubs make their moves after the Copa America, and so we are going to wait. So it was previously reported that the young Rojas could be landed for as little as £800,000, but Ali claims that Maradona will be looking for more than that, probably due to the fact there are a few teams interested, so they could probably negotiate the price up a little bit. And as the things stand, there's no buyout clause I can see in his contract. So he also carried on and said many years ago, Florian Ledezma was a similar top prospect at almost the same age. He went for $4 million back then, so we are also going for those numbers for Andy Rojas. The player will be due back from Copa America, imminently if Costa Rica fails to beat Paraguay in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Their kickoff match between Paraguay and Costa Rica is 2 a.m. UK time. Then we will likely get more coherence over a potential deal, but right now it appears Celtic will need to move quickly if they want to sign the teenage sensation. Look, £800,000 would be a steal for him, but the president of the club, or that guy, the vice president, said that a player of similar talent went for £4 million a few years ago, so they're probably going to try and aim for that type of transfer fee for him. Now look, I don't really want to sign an 18-year-old for £4 million. Yes, he could be a very good player for the future, but will he get in the first team straight away? Will there be a clear pathway for him into the first team? From history tells us no, so I'm guessing that'll be a similar case for him. But the same thing, you pay him £4 million for a youngster, you would expect him to get some minutes, but I don't think Celtic will go for that deal personally. It does seem a bit excessive if it goes to £4 million. If it's 800k, possibly we could get him for that, maybe $1 million, but I don't see the club spending £4 million on an 18-year-old striker from Costa Rica. It just doesn't seem too realistic. For me as a fan as well, I'd rather just focus on first-team players that are ready to come into the team and make an impact straight away. Of course, it's great having young players with great potential, but we need someone with an instant impact in this team right now. So I would rather focus our attention on Adam Ida, for example, in that position. But let me know your thoughts with that. Are you in a similar thought process as me with regards to the age thing and £4 million for an 18-year-old? Would you rather focus the attention on someone a bit older? Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, let us know your thoughts on Archie Gray being a massive Celtic fan, a bit of a shock there. And of course, let us know your thoughts as a whole with the transfer window so far. It's been pretty bleak. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. We need to get some quality in through the door, and it seems like not a lot's happening, which is really annoying to see. But yeah, I want to know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, bye bye.